Hi, welcome to the Brief Book Reviews channel, otherwise known as An Old Guy Reviews the book that he's read this week. So what's the old guy read this week? Well, the book I've read this week is this one. It's called A Killer in Paradise by author Tom Hindle. Was published on the 15th of January 2026 here in the UK as a hardback by Century. It's Tom Hindle's fifth book. The previous one, Death in the Arctic, I reviewed here on the channel. I enjoyed reading that, so I thought I'll give this one a go. And it tells us on the biography at the back of Tom Hindle that he's a great fan of Agatha Christie and Anthony Horowitz, so it comes no surprise that this is a murder mystery, a crime thriller. So what's it all about, I hear you say? Well, his last murder mystery was based in an airship on the Arctic. This is a totally different setting. The setting is a place called the Midnight Orchid Lodge in Costa Rica. And it's a tale of six friends. Helpfully tells us the strapline on the front. 6 old friends, one deadly secret. So this group of 6 friends were at York University together. They shared accommodation. They were great friends. But that was 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, they went on a end of uni backpacking tour around Central America. And they went to Costa Rica. And the actual site where the Midnight Orchid Lodge, which is going to be a brand new, eco-friendly, top-of-the-range hotel, is opening, was where they camped. So the story is 10 years after their last trip to Costa Rica, and things have changed somewhat. The 6 friends are called Zach and Olive, Mike and Seth, Jazz, Olive's cousin, and a lady called Abigail. Abigail was an American student, joined the other 5 of them, and they became a group, and they were inseparable. Abby, it turns out, is a member of the Conrad Blythe family, a family who own a very large chain of hotels in America, in the United States. Abby went back to America after finishing her studies at York. The other 5 went their different ways, although Zach and Olive got married. They've now got a 5-year-old son called Ryan. And they didn't hear anything from Abby, but Abby went back to the States. Last they've heard of her. So 10 years after the last time they see her, they get an invite, and it turns out that Abby's father has died of a heart attack, and she's taken more of an interest in the Conrad Blythe hotel empire. And it turns out they're opening this fantastic new eco lodge in Costa Rica. There's going to be a grand opening event. It's the first time they've opened a hotel outside the US, and it's going to be a magnificent thing. There are 50 huts in the gardens, the grounds of this hotel. It's going to be a magnificent, top of the range eco lodge, named after a flower that's only found in the gardens called the Midnight Orchid, hence the name, the Midnight Orchid Lodge. So the other 5 friends are all invited to the opening, the grand opening. There's going to be, DJ records, fancy meals. It's going to be great. But they haven't seen or heard of anything from Abby for 10 years, and they're thinking, hang on, what's going on? But she's offering to pay for them all to go to Costa Rica to attend the grand opening, and they think, why not? You can see as the story starts off with the police attending the lodge and finding that someone's been murdered, and then the story unfolds. So we have the tale of the 5 friends and Abby, so 6 friends, and you can tell as the story unfolds that there are hidden agendas with the 6 friends. Jazz, for instance, really doesn't like Abby, found her too good to be true, didn't really like her, and has gone there to keep an eye on her cousin Olive. And Olive's, was absolutely entranced by Abby and really wanted to go to the opening. Her husband, Zach, didn't want to go. Oh, I don't want to leave Ryan, he's only 5. And she's saying, well, look, my parents will look after him, he'll have a great time. Mike and Seth, who used to get on each other's nerves and wind each other up, Seth used to wind Mike up all the time, are also wondering, what are they doing here? But it's like, hey, it's a free holiday, why not? So there are all sorts of dynamics going on, and the book is very well written. That as the friends get to the Orchid Lodge, old enmities are abounding. Seth and Mike are at each other. You know, Seth is winding up Mike, and he ends up falling in the pool, and Seth records it on camera and showing it to everybody, including Abby's brother Humphrey, who's a bit of a wild child. He's part of the Conrad Blythe group, but allegedly has been helping Abby set up this new resort, but by all accounts hasn't really done a lot. So he's there. They haven't seen Abby yet, but they're waiting for the opening night, where she's going to make a speech. And thus the tale unfolds. So it's a tale of things that have happened in the past. They're all, if you will, holding secrets. There are things that they think about other people in the group that haven't really come to life. So it's an intriguing tale. There's bluff and double bluff. There's a few blind alleys where it gets sent down. But it's a really good murder mystery. I really enjoyed it. Very atmospheric. Set in Costa Rica. Beautiful place, beautiful resort. But the interesting part is the relationships between the six friends and the mistrust they have of each other at times. And you as a reader are thinking, is this guy a good guy or a bad guy? Or is this girl a good girl or a bad girl? So I really enjoyed it. 391 pages. If you're a fan of Agatha Christie or Anthony Horowitz, then this is a modern day Agatha Christie, if you like, because we've got a load of suspects in a remote location, and there's been a murder. And P.S. Maybe there'll be one or two more. Who knows? So it's a really good read. I enjoyed it. Murder mystery. 391 pages, as I said. That's it for this week's brief book review. Thoroughly recommend it. Really good read. Another great effort from Tom Hindle. That's it. 10:10 till we do it again. Thanks for watching. Bye.